Hey everyone, it's Allison Reeves from AllisonReeves.co, and today I'm doing another interview with an entrepreneur named Andrea Brown. So Andrea is from Social Media and Coffee, and she's been blogging and doing social media work for people for a long time. And this year, a lot of things really changed for her in the right direction. In today's interview, I'm going to be asking her a bunch of questions on how she started her profitable membership by leveraging her blog. So if you guys want to know a little bit about Andrea's story, how she created a membership, and the advice that she has for new people, then just keep watching. Welcome, Andrea. So good to see you.
Good to see you.
So I would love it if you could just start off by telling us how you got started in entrepreneurship in general, and then I'm going to have a bunch of other questions for you.
Sure. Well, I guess my journey into blogging was a little bit weird. I guess everyone's but I actually was a music major. I majored on clarinet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And yeah, and I worked as a music arranger for several years, and kind of accidentally stumbled into becoming a social media manager after that. So my husband and I adopted 10 years ago, and we started a blog about that at the time, back when blogs weren't really, the thing that they are now.
Yeah.
And just because of that experience, it kind of ended up being my first job as a social media manager. And so I learned how to do something new and delved into the world of marketing and figuring it out. And really just had to piece together my marketing education, and it was totally doable and overwhelming at sometimes. And but that small little business exploded into stores across multiple states. And within a couple of years, I was managing a team of 13 social media coordinators.
Wow.
It was a whole thing.
That's amazing.
Social media accounts for that business. And anyway, and then I started managing some smaller businesses on the side, like some ministries, a chiropractor, just various things like that. So kind of had varied experience. And then decided I wanted to stay more, well, to be clear, I was always a social media manager from home, even when it was for that big company, which was really unique and a cool opportunity. And just later on decided I kind of wanted to branch off on my own, be home a little bit more with my kids. And so I started building my own thing, and just kind of started a social media blog, just full of training. And my whole shtick on my blog is that you don't have to have a marketing degree. I know when I was piecing together my education, so much of what was out there was technical and goobery marketing words. And the thing on my blog is I'm not using any of that. This is plain talk. If I can figure it out, you can too. And here's what I learned along the way.
Anyway. I love that. I love that you took something that was you taught it to yourself, and it was really overwhelming at first, but you made it really simple. You keep it really simple, and now you help other people to do the same thing. I love that. So you have social media and coffee, and you had by the time that you and I met, you had some traffic and some subscribers. You'd sold a couple courses here and there. So talk to me about where you were when you and I first connected, and where you were feeling stuck in getting social media and coffee to the next level.
Yeah, I think, I had kind of been just piecemealing away at this blog for a while. And I don't know, it kind of took a backseat in my life for a little bit. And then because, well, not without reason, my family moved to the country. And so everything took a backseat for a little while. Yeah. But anyway, but then it really just decided in January to hit the go button on this and make things happen. And yeah, I had sold a few ebooks that I had made before, and done some side work here and there, but it wasn't making the income that I wanted it to make and that I knew it could make. And I think I just needed some help with that. It's really hard when you're by yourself and you don't have somebody to bounce ideas off of, or to know if this is the right move to make, or and so that's when I entered your world.
Yeah. Yeah. And I still need that. I still need, like, for myself, I don't always know like what the right decision is or what the low hanging fruit is. It's hard to see your own business the way that somebody else can see it from the outside. So you had a couple ideas of things you wanted to launch to your list. And I don't always encourage memberships for people in the program, because I feel like if you're going to have a membership, like as soon as you sell the first one, you are committed to doing this membership, right? Unless you want to refund people. So normally I don't encourage it, but I really believed in your idea. So do you want to talk to us about what the ideas were, how you landed on this idea, and kind of the story around how to put it together? Like, because I think that was a big part of what was the challenge too, is like, what does a membership look like?
Yeah, I think the idea came from, I mean, there are always other product ideas like ebooks or courses or whatever, and those have their place too. But I think if I looked at my like superpower, like what is the unique thing that I bring to the table, it's creativity, like brainstorming and creativity. Like that is me in my element, coming up with the weird ideas, doing whatever. And that fit well with a membership. What my membership is, I guess I should say that.
Yeah.
It's like a social media content membership. It's a monthly membership. And what it does is I give you a very detailed like post prompt for every single day of the month. Also a whole list of like inspirational quotes you can post, along with graphics that you can just use. And there are also templates that you can edit if you want to. Let's see, there's questions to ask. There's like I do hashtag research for hashtags you can use for that month. I put up a list of like live video ideas, and also this doesn't apply to every business, but I put up social media contest ideas. Like I outline a couple of different ideas you could use during the month. I know when I was, well, it was a popsicle shop that I was running social media for. Doing content all the time, like just to like get excitement, to give stuff away, to whatever. And so I outline in detail like a couple of contests that you could run that month and provide graphics for them, planning pages, all kinds of other stuff. And I think that one thing that there are other things you can buy out there that are like, here's, a billion social media post prompts or whatever in a package. And so I really wanted to make mine different than those. And I think one thing that makes mine different is that I don't create it way in advance. Mm-hmm. Like I make those post prompts like a couple of months before, or sorry, a couple of weeks before they're added to the folder so that they're relevant. Like if you had made, the questions to ask and the post prompts a year ago, who would have known that we were in?
They wouldn't be relevant at all or timely. I think that's a really, really interesting point. So, and I love how like combining all of that with this whole idea that like you just want to keep it simple. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people need what you have. Like nobody has time to come up with social media posts all the time. But yeah, if you, especially whatever you did in March or April of this year was dated pretty quickly. Like if you hadn't worked on that recently, it would be totally out of touch with current events.
Yeah. I think, so like one of the first things I did was, because you told me to, otherwise I never would have done it. I interviewed or surveyed my list, like sent a bunch of questions, and overwhelmingly the things that they struggled with were being consistent and knowing what to post. And so that's what this is the product that I made, is to help you make it easy to be consistent and to tell you what to post.
Yeah. So cool. And so in your initial launch, I think you sold 3 in your initial launch, or?
Yes, it was 3 or 4.
It was 3 or 4, and one of them was an annual pay in full, because I remember that being like a really big win. Like, okay, this is worth doing. Like annual pay in full. Yeah. Like validated.
Being committed, like I'm doing this for at least a year.
Yeah, for this one person. But you've gone on since then, and this happens a lot, I think, with people in the program, is like, I always say maybe not everybody in the Monetization Accelerator program will ROI in the course of the program, but everybody can ROI. So that's kind of my hope, is like a therapist or a doctor. Like, my goal is not for you to be in the program forever and ever, even though that would be great too. But so talk to me about, you launched that, and then I think that was pretty close to when you were in the end of the program. And what have you gone on to do since then?
Well, I like launched it again, and then I also added it on to like kind of the sales emails. You taught us how to add it on to the end of your welcome campaign emails. Yeah. And I've gotten several sales that way, which couldn't be easier. Yeah. It's just automated, and it's great. So that's how I've gotten the majority of my sales so far. But what I'm excited about next is I just got the affiliate like management software. So now I can have some affiliates to start promoting.
Yes.
So anyway, so I'm excited about that. I think that'll be a good next move.
Amazing. And then you just had your biggest month ever, didn't you?
I did.
So talk to me about that, and how did that happen?
In September, I had my first over $1,000 month, which was huge. You know, yeah. I hope it gets more and more and more, but that was a nice milestone to hit. And it was through my membership, through selling a couple other products that I have. And then also, you know, you do a lot of teaching about stacking income, and and also like how to network within like Facebook groups and build authority and that kind of stuff. And in those Facebook groups, I got a couple of like other gigs, which kind of help stack the income and total up to
love it.
So yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations. I'm so glad you're using all these tools. That's really great. Cool. So I want to kind of review some of the stuff you told us so far, and then I'll give you a chance to give us the advice you would give to yourself or to newcomers. I love your story, and I feel like it's like you are the perfect example of someone who is, your avatar is a previous version of you. Like you stumbled through trying to figure this stuff out. You figured it out. You didn't figure it out a little bit. You figured it out a lot of it to where other people, their businesses were exploding because of the work that you were doing with them. I love that you used your blog to build up your email list and your traffic. And I know we didn't even talk about this, but you have had a lot of like massive ups and also massive dips with your traffic. How's your traffic doing, by the way?
Awesome. Now it's
okay. Good.
I mean, it just like went down and was nothing over the summer. Now it's like exploded up. So I don't know if that was summer or COVID or, you know, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm glad it's 6 now. That's great. Yeah, because she got to, Andrea in the program got to over like 1 million monthly impressions or something, and then it like just tanked for some unknown reason. Great. And then so you, in order to decide what to sell your list, you did what you should do, which is you ask them what they wanted to buy, and they give you really helpful information. Your launch was kind of an example of a low energy launch too, because it wasn't a bunch of lives and a bunch of ads. It was just sending the emails about the really great content. You've continued to use those tools to grow your income and stack your income by launching other offers, by taking the low-hanging fruit for service-based opportunities, which I love too. That's like another huge thing a lot of people have been doing lately. And you just had your first $1,000 month, so congratulations on that. So what advice do you have for yourself a year ago, or anyone who's new and feeling frustrated?
Well, I was thinking about this question, and I came up with 2 key things. I think the first one is to just really realizing like what your superpower is, like what you are the best at, and not feel like you have to be something else. You know, there was a few things I figured out, or a few ideas I had for products that were just going to require a lot of me, and I am an introvert's introvert. Like stressing me out, the idea of those other products. And I was like, you know what? For right now, you know, maybe someday, but right now that's not my lane. This is the lane I want to be in, and this is the lane I feel good about. And so I'm going to do that. And just really sticking with that, it just brings a lot of peace to not feel like I have to be this loud social media training personality online. Like that's not me. Yeah. And people that are attracted to that won't come to me. The people that are more like me will. And so anyway, that was my first biggest realization. And then the other one is like, in all honesty, you can piece together whatever you need to know online about anything, about marketing, about blogging, about whatever. But it is so much more work, and it is time suck. Like, I mean, I know you're not on here. I'm not on here. You didn't call me on here to just brag about you, but like getting a coach was one of the best things. Like that season of coaching was one of the best things for my business, because all of these things I just wouldn't have taken action on, or I didn't know if they were a good idea or not, or you know, I don't have time in my family life to mess around with bad ideas. Like I just need to know what's the good idea and take action, and that's what you know, that's what the coaching program does. So those are.
I love that. Thank you. And similarly to how coaching provides like the shortcut, like, yes, you can find it all for free on the internet. It's the same with your offer, with your membership. Like, yeah, you can piece together your social media plan, or you can pay a little bit of money to have somebody do a lot of the heavy lifting for you.
Yes.
Do you have a link to the membership? I can post it. Well, I'll message you after this, and I'll include it in the description. But
Awesome.
I love that advice too about. I think it is really important to always balance. Like, yes, things are going to be hard sometimes. We have to do hard things, but like also paying attention to your personality. Like, don't become a social media coach if you don't want to talk to people. So I love that. Well, congratulations on all your success. It was really great to talk with you and catch up. And for everyone watching live, there's been a few people hopping on and off. I'm going to edit the description in the next couple hours to have your link to your membership, because I really believe in her product. And if you guys have any questions for Andrea, you can just comment down below or reach out. And thanks again for sharing your story with us.
All right. You bet.